What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, the World Boxing Council, better known as the WBC, has now ordered Sebastian Fundora versus Errol Spence winner to face off against Terence Bud Crawford. Should Terence Bud Crawford win his fight August 3rd against Israel Madrimov? Now, we know the news broke that Terence Crawford essentially was stripped of his WBC title at 147, but they put it in nicer terms and they say he's placed as champion as recess. Okay, so with that said, they elevated him up at 154. We know he's going to fight Israel Madrimov now for the WBA and WBO title. And now Sebastian Fundora has nowhere to turn. He's been trying to avoid Terence Bud Crawford. And Errol Spence was supposed to have an immediate rematch with Terence Bud Crawford, but they cited that he wasn't ready. And so now the WBC, because keep in mind, Sebastian Fundora, he was fighting for the WBC vacant title that was vacated by Jermell Charlo. And then Tim Tszyu was facing off against Keith Thurman, and his WBO title wasn't going to be on the line because it was going to be at a catchweight at 155. And Keith Thurman said he doesn't recognize and honor the WBO title, right? So with that said, the WBO title wasn't going to be on the line. But history has it that Keith Thurman tore his bicep. Sebastian Fundora was going to fight as the co-main event for the vacant WBC on the same card. He was elevated. Then the WBC and the WBO title was on the line, and Sebastian Fundora shocked the world. But keep in mind, Terence Crawford already petitioned the WBO to be Tim Tszyu's mandatory challenger, which means Sebastian Fundora inherited Terence Crawford as his mandatory. Now, this is after Errol Spence and his team stated that they didn't want to hold up Terence Crawford in his career because Errol Spence had corrective cataract eye surgery, and they didn't know when he was going to be ready to make his ring return. So Terence Crawford petitioned the WBO and Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu was having a voluntary fight against Keith Thurman. So this is how the chips fell. Then Sebastian Fundora upsets Tim Tszyu, inherits Terence Crawford as mandatory, trying to dance around Terence Crawford. Then suddenly Errol Spence is ready to make his ring return. Not only that, but now Sebastian Fundora cited that he had an injury, a nose injury, that was prohibiting him from fighting earlier than November. So Terence Crawford and the WBO, Mr. Paco, president of the WBO, said, okay, we're going to let Terence Crawford fight for the WBO interim. Which means Sebastian Fundora was going to have to face him at some point in time anyway, right? So Terence Crawford decided, okay, I'm fighting for the vacant WBO and the WBA title against Israel Madrimov, right? The same way Sebastian Fundora fought Tim Tszyu for the vacant WBC and the WBO title. And now they tried to pull a fast one where he could vacate because now he's going to be stripped because the WBO ordered him to face off against Terence Crawford by November. But suddenly, when Terence Crawford announced his fight with Israel Madrimov, and now Tim Tszyu announced the fight with Virgil Ortiz on the same card, suddenly Sebastian Fundora is ready to fight in October and go back in training camp in August and vacate the WBO title. But guess what? The WBC had other plans. And now they said, no, we're not going to allow that either. We're not going to sidestep Terence Crawford. That's not what we're going to do. So now we're going to make Terence Crawford versus Israel Madrimov, guess what? For the WBC mandatory position. So even if Terence Crawford wins against Israel Madrimov, he's now going to be the WBA, WBC, and WBO world champion. Well, he'll be the WBO and WBA champion officially, but he'll be the mandatory, which is very rare for a unified champion to be a mandatory for another belt, but they see the play and they're not going to allow it. So now it's said that Sebastian Fundora, Errol Spence, is going to fight in October 19th in Arlington, Texas at AT&T Dallas Cowboys Stadium, the home of Errol Spence, the adopted home. But now the winner is going to have to fight Terence Crawford. So now Terence Crawford is getting his opportunity to become undisputed in third separate weight class. And now Sebastian Fundora, Errol Spence winner is going to have to fight Terence Bud Crawford. Now Errol Spence said that he don't know if he's going to hold on to that belt much longer. If he beats Sebastian Fundora, he don't know if he's going to continue to fight. But Fundora is young. He's 26. So if he beats Errol Spence, then he's going to have to face Terence Crawford in unification bout. That means Terence Crawford can fight and beat Sebastian Fundora. He'll be a 3-belt holder, and then he can fight Baranchik for his IBF title, and he'll be undisputed in 3 separate weight classes, 140, 147, and 154. So the trying to maneuver, using a political way to maneuver around Terence Crawford simply didn't work. And that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. So all I got for y'all, I'm gone. As I told y'all, they're trying to set up that rematch with Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, and make it bigger. Peace.